Before we get into tonight's game, let's address this, the trade alert. Blues tweeting this out, or X if you prefer. We've acquired a 7th-round draft pick from the New York Islanders in exchange for Robert Bortuzzo. Dano, you know the way that things work with one Lou Lamoriello putting together the orchestra. What does New York get with Bortuzzo that the Blues didn't want anymore?
Well, he's a role player, obviously a depth player for sure, but you can't have enough of him. He plays the game hard. He competes. He's physical. He'll get engaged and certainly protect teammates when need be, even though the game has evolved, Bob. I don't like to say there's too many fisticuffs, but Bob saw him a lot as a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins. These kinds of guys I like. I do. I'm not saying he's a game changer. He's a guy that might not even be in the lineup every night. But he's a good team guy from what I see. He plays the game as hard as anybody. He makes forwards pay the price in the offensive zone. So those guys, that's why Lou Lamoriello, those are the types of defensemen he likes, especially that they're a little banged up on the back end. So it's a depth piece. He wasn't playing much in St. Louis, but from what I've watched, and like I said, Bob probably can give you a better answer on watching him on a nightly basis in Pittsburgh. He plays the game hard and competes. Yep. He's not highly skilled, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, everything you said, and maybe, depth is important. If you're going to get into the playoffs, you see all the injuries right now across the league. Even if you're going to get in, you're going to need 8, 9, sometimes 10 defensemen going through the playoffs. I like Robert Bortuzzo. He can, not only what you mentioned, Dano, he's able to stand up for you, and he will stand up for you more than anybody. He'll jump in there probably first.
That's important.
And number 2, he's a long, lanky guy. He can play in front of the net, use his stick. I think he's a perfect 7th defenseman in the National Hockey League. At this point in his career, he's earned his stripes, and he's earned this opportunity to maybe be on a team that's destined for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if that's the outcome.
And a 7th defenseman, by the way, and Bob touched on it, it's very important.
And
because how many guys go down? We've seen
you're going to play a lot.
Team. You're going to play.
You're going to play.
And you need to help your team in some capacity, and that's what the Islanders feel. He's going to add that depth.